Yeah. What's up, my people? This week I haven't had time to do a couple of videos. We were all wrapped up with the Betyna story. Remember? We went as far as Entebbe airport, but we went back to where things had gone wrong at the Valentine's Day getaway at the resort beach. We had issues. Betyna refused to accept the engagement ring, and everything went okay as per the getaway. But that really is something that bothered both of us. And after the getaway, we drifted more or less apart. There was this space in between. Either the pressure of the final exams that were coming up, because she was left with a couple of months to finish her university degree in law, and coupled with everything. Remember, we had gone through a lot together. The accident, a lot of things, so it was a collision course. So coming out of all that, there's the fracas of Shyla. And I think she was very much wary or unsure of who was who to me, because I seemed to have a special place, call it a soft spot for Shyla, which is okay, which was wrong, but it wasn't something I wasn't sure of. But you just don't get things out of the way. And that assurance was lacking. So with all the excitement of looking forward to that day, things didn't go well. So there were a lot of confessions about that. And moving from that, 1999, because now the gap is from 98 to 99. And I've not returned to my job in URA, where I was on sick leave. Remember the accident? And I was on probation. When you start a job and you're still going through the probation period before you take on the full job. We had agreed with Betyna that I shouldn't go back to the job, and I had honored that. And luckily enough, I met a couple of expatriates in Kampala there, Kampala Casino. We go to Capital Pub. They get to know me, and then later on, I would advise them on a couple of things. They had come to invest in Uganda. So they had these slot machines, which were in a storage warehouse, bonded, something. They hadn't even cleared them. So, but when they started running Capital Pub was so successful, then they ignored this other side of what they had come to do. So, if I am to say what I am saying now, I was just lucky at the right time. I had seen those machines in Kenya, the pool tables, slot machines, and gaming machines. So, you have the fruit machines and everything. Okay? So it was all to do with entertainment. So we signed a lease, we signed an agreement, we work out some deals. What's her name? We were with Betyna, because we were still in touch, because she was very familiar with legal matters and things to do with, contracts, things to do with agreements and all those things. So she was helping me here and left, right, center, but the relationship was no longer there. She was none but the wiser. Of course, she would know, or she would ask. The suspicion was always there that I was with Shyla. But that didn't go far as such. So she can be around you but not with you. So she knew exactly what I was going about with. Occasionally, if she wanted money, I would drive from Tororo, bring her money, bring her presents, give her shopping, this and that. But she was staying in Africa. So, June, July, she finishes campus and returns home. I could have rented an apartment, but she said she wanted to go back home. So, because me, I was now Tororo, Busia, Malaba, all over the place, Ginger, and I was giving more time now and attention to Shaila. Shaila, she's all right, you know, she was all right. But what I remember, around 1999, she was working now. She was working in a legal firm somewhere there. I don't remember. But she was doing well. She was doing very well. She was doing very well. And a lot of things were going on around 1999. So if you want to know, let me tell you what was happening. So there were a lot of these conditions in place. She's like, whenever we would meet, go out places, you know, well, how are you doing? How is your money? But I had a lot of money at that time. She was telling me, but Patrick, you are making a lot of money. What are you doing with your money? Are you still enjoying that lifestyle? So, we had this idea to build a house. See, but that idea had been there before. So, me, I bring in mind the whole project, that this project will bring Betyna back. She will see me as a settled person, someone ready for what? Responsibilities. You know, and but I'm doing all this now, but with the influence of Shaila. Shaila Yajanga project. Shaila knew everything about the house. So this is the situation I'm giving you. So you have this big project you're doing, but you are coming there supervising everything with another woman. But who gets the impression that what? That this house is hers, or it's going to be her right overboard, whatever, residency. And by 2000, we set the deadline for 2000. And we had all these plans in motion. Do you get me? So coming to London, I want to bring you very much to speed, because in the end, the billionaire mansion house, who moves in, who takes the house? Is it Shaila? Is it Betyna? We shall find out. Okay, so but that's what's happening now. We are still going on with the story. So we have two characters. We have Shaila, much more now involved in all the decisions. You know, she was doing her job. She was working in the hospital. She's a highly consultancy. She's in a consultancy. And that's medical. She was a surgical doctor and all that. But also in practice, private practice. Me, I'm in business. So I'm going to bring you back to the business side, because how I was running things and how the business was running are things that are going to be very much worth investigating in the story, because now I was hands apart but hands on. So I'm caught in between. If somebody is a doer but somebody is a giver at the same time, so you have two sides of the picture. So but in the end, Shaila is kept on the back seat. You know, the back seat. So let's stop there. But okay, guys.